Welcome to Monday Night Raw from Seattle, Washington, in which we are kicking the show off with the Women's Intercontinental Champion, the Juggernaut, Jordynne Grace, who has in the past couple of weeks had issues with Becky Lynch, and tonight is out here to address her immediate future and what's happening with that tag to come. We'll clash in Paris. And will Becky Lynch jump in Jordynne Grace as she was on her way down to the ring, launching a steel chair into the face of the Women's Intercontinental Champion. See, Becky Lynch has been trying to get the championship off Jordynne Grace since WrestleMania when she lost her match against Jordynne Grace. We talked about it before, we talked about it plenty. Becky Lynch believes like Jessica Carter screwed her over, that she was a corrupt official, and that the decision should have been overturned, that she should have been crowned champion. When Becky had the disarmer locked in, Jordynne Grace got rope break for a momentary moment. The referee saw it and forced a break of the submission hold that would have seen Becky Lynch become champion if it were to be locked in for longer. You got to imagine. And since then, Becky Lynch has been a woman possessed, and right now she's unleashing that frustration all out on Jordynne Grace to start the show off. Jordynne Grace is out here to, well, I guess talk about what's upcoming in Clash in Paris, where she's set to take on this woman, Becky Lynch, who for the past week or so has been meant to be facing Jordynne Grace on Monday Night Raw. It's meant to be the case, but instead Becky Lynch has Jordynne Grace to try to fight back here, showing the heart that's made her champion. She defeated then champion Jade Cargill all those months ago as Jordynne Grace, however, spinning back fist drops Becky Lynch to the mat. But there is a knee to the face by Becky Lynch, scrappy as ever, as Lynch now with a crucifix dropping her down on the back of the neck there onto the mat. So Becky Lynch looking to work on the arm here, fully to someone looking to snap it and wear it down before their championship match in Paris, which isn't that far away. On the 31st of May, these two go one-on-one for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Jordynne Grace the champion, Becky Lynch the challenger, who's beaten her down here, smashing her face first off the announce table. Surprised we haven't got officials out here, security, anyone out here. Adam Pearce isn't out here to stop this. As Becky Lynch with a second steel chair in hand. Jordynne Grace will not make it to Paris if Becky Lynch gets what she wants here. That's what Becky Lynch wants. Jordynne Grace to be, well, unable to compete, so that she can then go to Paris and be given the championship instead of having to earn it against Jordynne Grace, who fires back a chop there and fires some huge forearms, some strikes again to Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch counters though, and now launches Grace into the barricade there. Yeah, this is getting bad for Jordynne Grace here. We need security, we need anyone out here to stop this. As Becky Lynch may, well, I should say Jordynne Grace may not get to Paris if Lynch has her way here. As well, Becky, what's she thinking next? With the steel chair in hand, to stomp to the midsection now. What has Becky got planned here? What is she thinking? She's got bad intentions for Jordynne Grace as she has to disarm her, locked in on the steel chair. Just yanking back on the arm here, but the chair, there's no give on this. Trying to break the arm of Jordynne Grace for the championship match. And Lynch, well, the damage is done. And Lynch stands tall over Jordynne Grace here. We'll see what we see in Paris on the 31st as Becky Lynch are making her way out of the ring. Well, we need EMTs out here. We need everyone out here to check on Jordynne Grace. She may not even make it to Paris. As Grace grabbing the arm here. She's in a bad way in the ring. After that assault on Becky Lynch, just, oh, proud as ever, standing tall at the top of the ramp. And couple this with what we see in a few nights' time. A new champion crowned. But we need EMTs out here. We need someone out here stat to check on Jordynne Grace, make sure the arm is okay, and she can fight Becky in Paris. Finn, what the hell was that last week? I heard that conversation between you and Sheamus where you said that you might not need the Judgment Day. You said maybe when Sheamus says you might not need the Judgment Day. Is that how you feel, Finn? Because the Judgment Day, we're family, and you and JD lost the tag team title match, and that is bad, yes, but you should have won it. You didn't let yourself out there, Finn. What's going on with you? Because you should be still a tag team champion. Instead, you're holding us down. Holding us down. First of all, Liv, I don't see a championship around your waist, let alone you being in a championship match anytime soon. Unless I get one thing twisted, you were only champion because we helped you defeat Rhea Ripley. And when Rhea came back, what happened? She took the title. straight back off you. First time of trying. But you know, you're right with your family, so I'm going to go to Pierce. And I'm going to get myself a match against Sheamus tonight to show him that he isn't right. That, you know, I am still the man I once was. So, Liv, I'll be in the main event, and I'll prove at the Judgment Day we're still together. And well, it's been a hot start to Monday Night Raw tonight. And when it's time for the Maverick to be in in-ring competition, Mr. Money in the Bank Logan Paul tonight is taking on Big Jim. I see Jimmy Uso. And Jey Uso have had issues with the Vision, especially after Jey challenged Bron Breakker for the title, in which Austin Theory at Backlash helped Bron Breakker retain the title and joined the Vision. Then Jey took on Austin Theory on Raw. I should say Jimmy, took on Austin Theory on Raw afterwards. And Logan Paul helped Austin Theory defeat Jimmy Uso. And now Big Jim has gone to Adam Pearce, has asked for Logan Paul in action tonight as Mr. Money in the Bank won it at WrestleMania. A man who claims to be humble. So he has a guaranteed world title shot in the future, part of the Vision as a Bron Breakker, the World Heavyweight Champion. Let's get Big Jim out here. Well, this one's going to be, I imagine it's going to be heated between these two. So the issues between the Vision and the Usos have picked up since Backlash. Like I say, Bron Breakker faced Jey Uso, defended the title against him, and late in that matchup as Jey looked like he was going to get the win, Austin Theory hit a curb stomp at ringside on Jey, and allowing Bron Breakker to hit the final spear and retain the title as the referee was distracted. And like I say, on the previous Raw, Jimmy Uso came out here for, well, some revenge for his brother. Was taking on Austin Theory, and then Logan Paul got involved and cost Jimmy Uso the matchup. Now the thing is, we don't know what Jey Uso thinks about Jimmy Uso doing this. We saw at WrestleMania, if I'm not mistaken, Jey Uso help out the Usos and Sami Zayn and try to help Roman Reigns against The Rock. Because see, that was a losing effort in the end, as The Rock won that matchup at WrestleMania. I recommend you go back and check that out though, to see how The Rock became the tribal chief at WrestleMania. So it seems that Jey Uso is in good graces with the family again. But tonight, Big Jim is looking to get a pound of flesh from Logan Paul, get his revenge, and pick up the victory. And Logan Paul just relaxing in the corner, as humble as ever, you could say. Let's get this one underway. And Logan Paul instantly just go into the outside of the ring here and just mocking this crowd as well. Jimmy Uso, the man in Logan Paul, gets into the ring here, and Logan Paul catches Big Jim with a net breaker over the top rope. You may not like the tactic, but you kind of did have the smarts of Logan Paul there, luring Big Jimmy, who should know better. The veteran that is Jimmy Uso should know much better there, into fall for that trick, as Logan Paul now in control of this one with some boots to the face of Big Jim. It's one half of the arguably the greatest tag team of all time in the Usos. They haven't held tag team gold in a while, and Logan Paul now with the three Amigos being pulled out in the first minute of this matchup. Logan Paul in control of this one. I'm going to imagine that Jey Uso is either at home watching this one or somewhere backstage. It's Logan Paul just in control of this matchup with a quick jab there, rocking Jimmy Uso. Now Logan Paul working the body of Big Jim, but Big Jim with a back elbow there. A huge shot himself, looking for a super kick there. Caught though by Logan Paul. Now turns it around into a DDT, spiking Big Jim on the top of his head with that one there. As Logan Paul and Maverick now again in control, looking for these huge kicks to the face here of Big Jim. And bird of momentum off the ropes, so Logan Paul may be thinking for a huge splash, and gets it. Hook of the leg. But Big Jim out there at one. See, Logan Paul isn't going to take much more than that to put away Jimmy Uso, but that was just a bit of a mind game trick there from Logan Paul. Now just working that boxing background here. He's looking for a quick jab, pulled up short with that one though. It's cost Logan Paul with that. And now Jimmy Uso with his huge rights. And now digging the knee into the throat of Logan Paul here. So we're building to Clash in Paris, in which we got a lot of matchups to make. But tonight, this is all about revenge. This is all about family business. And there's a headbutt there by Jimmy Uso. It's busted open. That may have busted open Logan Paul. It has busted open Logan Paul. He kicks out too low. See, it's never wise to headbutt a Samoan, but you have no choice in that when a Samoan headbutts you. That's what Logan Paul just found out firsthand. And Logan Paul again going to this boxing background, working the midsection of Big Jim. And again here, these huge body shots. Wearing down Jimmy Uso. So Logan Paul off the rope, sends Big Jim. Big Jim, those shots in the midsection, and soft elbow there. Super kick. And there's the headbutt again by Big Jim here. And Jimmy Uso hooks the arm, hooks the leg, back suplex. So the veteran that is Jimmy Uso, a defiant, raising the one to the sky there. Whether he's acknowledging The Rock or not, that's to be found out. So The Rock is the tribal chief. Whether he's acknowledging The Rock, that remains to be seen. As both men throwing huge shots here, but putting up short. The exhaustion getting the better of these two in this one, as Big Jim caught by Logan Paul. But Jimmy Uso, classic Uso there. As Big Jim now looking for a double leg Boston Crab submission hold here. Looking to wear down the Maverick here, but Logan Paul gets the ropes and forces the break. As Logan kicks away. Jimmy Uso looks for the drop kick, no one's home. Big Jim, super kick there. And Logan Paul is rocked after that one. And Logan Paul now on the ropes. What is Jimmy Uso, got in mind. They're looking for a stomp to the chest instead. Just looking to wear down the Maverick here. That's Big Jim now. You can see the cut on the forehead of Logan Paul there. That's Jimmy Uso now just digging the throat into the ropes there as the cat fighter break it, and does so. That's Big Jim now in control of this one. Jimmy Uso now looking for something big there, but Logan Paul out of the way of that one. Logan Paul now catches Big Jim, and again working the body section. And there's a huge right there. And Logan Paul now again returning to the three amigos, doing this to rile up this crowd here tonight in Seattle, Washington, and also to pay homage to the late great Eddie Guerrero. The crowd don't believe that is the case, but Logan Paul will say it is the case. As Logan Paul now, the humble one, took his eyes off the prize, and Big Jim makes him pay for it. And Jimmy Uso now, what's he thinking next there? It's Big Jim in control. With a huge right hand there. Now a kick to the midsection. And this is not where you want to be in the ring with the Usos. As Big Jim backs it up. And a running hip attack there. And they're making a climb to the top, looking to put this one away here. Where do Uso splash? But Logan Paul kicks out. Now Big Jim's going to be wondering what more he has to do to get this one put away, as Logan Paul trying to fight back in this one. But Big Jim counters again. Well, Logan Paul's in a bad way here. Into the Uso splash, the blood pouring from his face as well. As we might getting a little bit Uso crazy here tonight. As Big Jim digging down deep into the tricks, into the bag of tricks, going up and over the top there. And Big Jim's fired up. And to show why it's some Big Jim to pander to the crowd. He needs to get Logan Paul back into the ring and go for a cover and hit another big maneuver before doing so. A Big Jim now. Putting Logan Paul to his feet here. Maybe thinking super kick. He is, but Logan Paul counters. And Logan now again spikes him with the DDT. So Logan Paul again looking to build momentum with this huge running splash. And gets it for a second time. Logan Paul now again with a standing moonsault. Impressive form on that one as always from Logan Paul. And Logan again now returning to the midsection. Wearing down Big Jim again. There's a huge European uppercut there by Logan Paul. He's in control of this one. Taking a boot into the throat here of one half of the Usos. Oh, Logan Paul now. Maybe thinking about putting this one away himself. They go into the top. Jimmy Uso's in the drop zone, looking for the frog splash to the back. Oh, Big Jim. Into the cover. But Jimmy Uso kicks out somehow there. And Logan Paul can't believe it. He took a second or two to get into the pinfall. It may have cost him. So you see now throwing some huge haymakers at one another here. Some huge throat jabs there. That's Jimmy Uso now in the corner with Logan Paul. Looking to stop him down, but Logan Paul slips at the back, reverse DDT. Well, Logan Paul being distracted by something at the top of the ramp here. Well, Logan Paul is being distracted by the brawl at the top of the ramp with a spear by Big Jim. But Logan kicks out. And Jimmy Uso can't believe it. But Big Jim now stalking Logan Paul here. And Jimmy Uso now. Super kick avoided by Logan Paul. And there's that huge right. A titanium loaded right hand. And Logan Paul gets the victory over Big Jim despite the brawl at the top of the stage between Jay and Austin Theory. Those two issues are not yet done, it seems. But Logan Paul with that huge right, busting open Jimmy Uso. There was a spear. Jimmy Uso thought it was over here, borrowing a page out of Roman Reigns' book with that one. But Logan Paul somehow kicked out. Went for the double super kick right there. Out of the way. There's that huge shot. A titanium loaded right hand. And then out for the count was Big Jim. And Logan Paul gets the victory. And while Logan Paul celebrating his victory, and Jey Uso with a spear to Logan Paul. And Jey now going to the top. And Jey's a man possessed, taking out with an Uso splash. Wiping out Theory. Wiping out Logan Paul. And Jey Uso stands tall over the Vision. Heading out. Well, Jey Uso leaving as security's on the way down here now. Mr. Pierce, what the hell was that? You know what could have happened if Jimmy Uso defeated Logan Paul? The irreparable damage to the Money in the Bank briefcase and Logan Paul. That would have damaged your brand, your superstar. You know what it would have done to it? But also, what the hell's happening with Bron Breakker? Where's his championship contenders? Where's his matches for Clash in Paris? Because you've not said anything for weeks now. Mr. Heyman, it's always a pleasure to see you. And what we just saw out there, there's going to be no repercussions, there's going to be no suspensions, no fines, anything like that, because that is exactly what you and the Vision have been doing this whole time. Interrupting matchups, attacking superstars, causing distractions, influencing the outcome, and costing Jey Uso the World Heavyweight Championship. And that is fair, but if I was you, Mr. I'd get out there, because there's a pissed off Samoan on his way down the tunnel behind you. And I'd run if I was you, Mr. Heyman. And I'd run quick. Now, well, as we now know, our main event is going to be Finn Balor versus Sheamus. But our next matchup is going to determine who's going to face the Motor City Machine Guns at Clash in Paris for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. And out first is a new attitude, new look, new day. They were here to say they're here to save the tag team division, arguably if not the greatest tag team of all time, as Xavier Woods and Cliff Kingston, formerly partnered up with Big E. Achieved so much in the tag team scene, multiple time tag team champions, first ballot Hall of Famers in their career. As a former world champion as well, Kofi Kingston, former King of the Ring in Xavier Woods. Now, well, tonight we're going to have to find out who they're taking on, but the New Day seem up for it tonight. So Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods looking to become tag team champions again in their career, and in their eyes, save the tag team division. That's what they don't understand. Why the crowd boo them. Despite their new attitude, despite their new ways of doing things, they believe they are here to save the tag team scene in WWE. So right now, the Motor City Machine Guns are the tag team champions. It's been a very competitive tag team scene in WWE recently, as the likes of Los Garza going after the tag team titles, Alpha Academy, American Made, and many more teams challenging the Judgment Day, etc., going after the tag team titles. But the New Day, if they can win tonight, we're getting ourselves, like I say, a tag team title opportunity this Sunday in Paris. But first of all, they've got to get past the team they're facing here tonight. We're going to find out who that's going to be here right now. And what it's going to be, the Alpha Academy, and Otis and the characters, as we know, no longer partnered with Chad Gable. As far as we know, Maxine Dupree is still part of the Alpha Academy, but obviously, as we know, Chad Gable had enough of the Alpha Academy, decided to go a separate way, but did give Tozawa an opportunity to save the Alpha Academy in his eyes. He had him face a luchador we haven't seen before and we haven't seen since in El Grande Americano. And many people have suggested that El Grande Americano was Chad Gable in a mask, and he purposely put Tozawa in that match so he could beat him and go a separate way and still look like the good guy in the end of it. But Chad Gable came out and said that he isn't El Grande Americano, that it's all about conspiracy theorists and tinfoil hat wearers that say that, but we haven't seen El Grande Americano since. We haven't seen Chad Gable since either. So whether you believe Gable or not, that's up to you. But all we know tonight is the Alpha Academy have a chance to get us a big tag team title opportunity and possibly prove Chad Gable wrong when they have to get past the New Day and Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Let's get this one underway. Otis and Kingston starting this one off with. Let's get this one underway. And what a way we go here as Otis, the big man of the team, telling Kingston to bring it. Kingston's going to throw a huge right, which doesn't have much of an effect for Otis, but that kick will. The New Day no longer about fun and games. That's one thing we know. A huge kick there by Kingston to the head of Otis, dropping into the mat there. As now Xavier Woods tagged in quickly in this one, going out to the arm here. And there's a huge rolling elbow there by Woods. He's working down the big man here. This is wise there from the New Day. Going out to Otis and the early goings of this tag team. Bow of an ear across the face there. And Woods just changing some words with Tozawa. And there's an enziguri for Tozawa's trouble. Clearly the New Day have a plan tonight, which is isolate and wear down Otis, who's always been seen as the better of the two between him and Tozawa. So Tozawa can go in the ring. It's someone not to be taken lightly. And there's Otis swinging in the miss. And now wheelbarrow face buster there by Woods. He's now keeping Otis grounded again. Sort of great start here from the New Day. It's been a bad start for Otis, who's tried to get the crowd behind him, which may have been a big turning factor. That's what Gable didn't want to see much more of the Alpha Academy with. He believed that they possibly wasted too much time, as a huge splash here delivered on a leg drop simultaneously by Kingston and Woods there. And Kingston here just dealing with the boos of the audience. He does not care what the crowd think. That's what he will say. Kingston now looking for a drop kick with Otis out of the way. This is how we're trying to rally the big man. And Otis now with a huge suplex at the Kingston. Now it's Otis' turn to use his size and his power to wear down Kofi Kingston and get this match in the court of the Alpha Academy. And Otis now looking for a huge slam, but Kofi Kingston with the speed and the agility out the way rolls up Otis here to steal the victory, but Otis kicks that too. And Kingston now caught with a huge clubbing lariat there by Otis. Well, Kofi Kingston was running in. Otis, well, wound it up and caught him as Otis this time slams him down and gets it there. As this panda sort of crowd, this is what Gable didn't want to see much more of for the African Academy. Wanted them to be all about business, getting the job done. He believed that is why they didn't get the wins they needed, didn't get the championships he believed they deserved. It's because they took too much time. Having frontline games out there as now Tozawa, a huge, well, not sure how much damage that did to Kingston, but this will do the damage here. A huge assisted slam there. But Kingston kicks that too. Akira Tozawa now into the match for the first time. He's the one that did lose that match against El Grande Americano. And that was the end for the Afro Academy as we knew it was Gable part of the group. The basement dropkick keeps that in the way low. So Kingston, a former world champion, former United States champion, Intercontinental champion, everything he's achieved in his career, Royal Rumble moments, everything like that. It's a DDT by Kingston, and now bit of momentum as again with a splash is Kofi there. And like I said, many people will see Tozawa as a weak link of the Afro Academy. And that is exactly what Woods and Kingston will be thinking there. Woods again going to middle rope here with a huge elbow. And I would say up on the shot, well, up on into the military press gutbuster. And Woods believes that could be it. But Otis isn't to break up the pinfall there. So per rules, the tag team competition now. Otis can't get back into the match until a tag has been made. That's what Woods is saying to him there. It may have been a ploy by Woods, knowing that wouldn't get the job done anyway, but it would have drew in Otis to save the match up for his team. And here's Tozawa, trying to rally with some huge chops, a kick, looking for a gut kick there, but Woods out the way. There's a rolling over back to him. To gain control as Woods now. Discus, right hand there. Instead of Woods just styling and profiling. What a tag. It's cut off there by Woods just in the nick of time. Stopping Otis getting back into this one. This is how it now is sent off the ropes here. Woods caught with a huge elbow. And Tozawa now kicks the leg out. There's a shining wizard to head to Paris to face the Motor City Machines for the Tag Team Championships. But Woods kicks out, and Kofi having full faith in his tag team partner there. Tozawa now kicked to the midsection, caught again by Woods. So wheelbarrow this time, again with the first position to Tozawa this time. And Woods takes out Otis. That's Woods now. Pump handle. What's he thinking here? Pump handle. Exploder suplex. Tozawa now on the ropes. Worn down, but fights out of it here. Sending Woods to ringside, and Tozawa launches himself at Woods with a suicide dive there. And Tozawa can feel the momentum building for the Afro Academy. This will be a big win for them if they can get it done. If they can defeat the New Day, they will be the number one contenders for the Tag Team Championships. The question is, can they get it done? As Woods now sent into the corner, Tozawa. A huge right hand there. Tozawa now. And the crowd behind him looking to get the job done here. Stomping away, wearing down Woods here. And I think we all know what Tozawa's thinking next. The big shot. But Woods crawling out the way. Trying to get the tag, but there's a bit of possum being played by Woods there, possibly. As Woods now catches him. Xavier now pants him down, hooks him up. But Tozawa shows the heart and kicks out, and Woods can't believe it. As Woods now Inzaguri takes out Otis. Super kick avoided. Tozawa, huge boot. Looks for the tag of Otis, but he's down. Tozawa now has to get the job done himself here. As Tozawa heads to the top. Looks for the centre, but knees up there by Woods. I would say. Punch to the face there by Kingston as Otis is now back up in the corner. It's again into the corner here, looking for another tag. Trying to get Kingston back in control of this matchup here. There's a New Day again, keeping Tozawa down. And Kingston again with this huge splash and leg drop combination. As Kingston now looking for a boom drop here to Tozawa. And Kingston again this time gets it though. Let's go for now to ringside. Calling Otis to his feet here. This is the underhanded tactics of the New Day. In full effect here as Kingston chopping in paradise to Otis. And Tozawa, nothing he can do. Hip toss to ringside. Otis is out. Otis getting back to his feet as Kingston sees it. Let's go for now. There's a big man crashing into the steel steps. Otis can't get back into the match anyway. And that's the tag is made for the Alpha Academy, and that's exactly what Woods and Kingston know. And exactly what Kingston's thinking here. Let's go for that build of momentum. Bulldog to Tozawa. And back to his feet here. Trouble in paradise. Otis unable to get back into it. And the New Day, whether you like it or not, are headed to Paris to face the Motor City Machine Guns, which is promised to be a great tag team match. The question is, will the underhanded tactics of the New Day be able to get them tag team gold, or will the Motor City Machine Guns be ready for the games and the tricks the New Day play? We saw it in full effect here. They got Tozawa into the match. After that, they then had Otis at ringside taking out Kingston. With Trouble in Paradise right here, taking him out. And then send him into the steps. So Otis managed to get back up on the apron, but obviously right here wasn't able to get back into the matchup per the rules of tag team matches. And Kingston hit Trouble in Paradise for the 1, 2, 3. And the New Day are celebrating like they have won the tag team championships already. Are headed to Paris. And what is time for a main event, as we know. Finn Balor is in action here tonight. He asked for a matchup with Sheamus after what happened last week when Sheamus said to Finn before he could head to the Judgment Day clubhouse that you don't need the Judgment Day. And Finn seemingly took that on board and maybe questions whether the Judgment Day is right for him now or not, because obviously they just lost the tag team title match against the Motor City Machine Guns and couldn't become tag team champions. Obviously Liv Morgan did tonight, exchanging words with Balor, saying, or trying to maybe get in the head of Balor, he needs to stay with the Judgment Day. Or maybe threatening Balor with Exodus that they have done with Damian Priest in the past and Rhea Ripley. When seemingly the individual ideas of one member in the Judgment Day don't match up with the group. And Balor tonight, this is a big, big matchup. If he wins, then maybe Sheamus is right that Finn doesn't need the Judgment Day. He can go about his business himself. See, the first ever Universal Champion, former NXT Champion, and so many more, accolades in the history of Finn Balor's career. He has been tag team champion with the Judgment Day. I said, a lot of times the Judgment Day had some drama in their ranks. It was with Damian Priest. So at that point, Damian Priest was leaving Finn Balor to his own, to himself to deal with the issues that he created, and Finn didn't like that. He took issues with Damian Priest. It led to a no-horse bar match between the two, a Force Count Anywhere match, in which Damian Priest won it and then moved over to SmackDown for a new start. And since then, Finn Balor's been stuck, I don't want to say in a bad way, but in tag team competition, looking for chances to get the tag team titles. Hasn't really moved anywhere since then. And many people see the move to the Judgment Day as set Finn Balor back a few years in his career. He needs to break out from the group and go his own way and find himself again. As for Sheamus, this man said that Finn in that match with the Motor City Machine Guns looked to question himself. Didn't look his usual self out there. Was a bit slow, was a bit just hesitant and getting the job done the way that he usually would do. And when it's fight night here in Seattle, Washington, two men from Ireland, two men have known each other for a large majority of their career, two men that probably consider themselves good friends, especially Sheamus will consider himself a friend of Finn Balor. See, when you're in the Judgment Day, you can't really have friends outside the group. We've seen that in the past. But Sheamus has recently challenged Bron Breakker for the World Heavyweight Championship. Came up in a losing effort against Bron Breakker, but sure he can still go at the top of the card here in WWE. And a win over Finn Balor tonight maybe can put Sheamus back into a world title picture. I see Sheamus will have nothing more to get the World Heavyweight Championship again in his career. It's a challenge when John Cena was a champion. He came in a losing effort to John Cena. I see that was fire cheating from John Cena. But then, against Bron Breakker, and the Raw after WrestleMania was the challenger for Bron Breakker in a match made on that night. I see Sheamus and Bron Breakker were both not prepared for that one, but it was a great main event. Oh, Sheamus and Balor tonight are going to put up a great matchup in a main event. We can imagine that. As these two just are walking towards each other and some words being exchanged here from Sheamus and Finn Balor. Maybe Sheamus is going to try to get through to Balor. He doesn't need the Judgment Day, that he can break through the group. But let's get a main event underway. Well, where we go, Sheamus catching the kick of Balor there. So these two know each other so well. And these two in the other against this one, exchanging some huge shots with one another here. So these two can dish out their punishment and both can take punishment as well. You know, Sheamus was the fight when he's in action as he sends Balor off the ropes. So Balor now with a quickness and the speed catches himself here just about. The size advantage goes to Sheamus in this one. There's a Pele kick. And there's a speed of Finn coming into factor here. As I dig in the boots, or the shoes there into the midsection of Sheamus. The ribs there, trying to drive out the wind out the lungs of Sheamus. And Balor with a kick there to the back, and again working on the midsection here. And the early going to this one, Balor here just talking some trash as well to Sheamus, it seems. He's not in a great way to start this matchup off with, but Sheamus are back to his feet. Balor here looking for a suplex, maybe a brainbuster here, maybe a 1916, but Sheamus out of the way. And Sheamus now up on the shoulders here with Balor, slams him down with a backbreaker. And Sheamus here dishing the punishment back out with the ground and pounded to Finn. This one's going to be a brutal one. This one's going to be physical between these two, I can promise you that. And Sheamus now is going to try to remind Balor of who he is. We're trying to beat it into Balor here tonight as these two in the corners. Sheamus and his strikes. There's neither man looking to give way and give an inch. Sheamus over that huge lariat there. This Sheamus with the size and strength advantage. Balor with the speed, the agility, and the aerial advantage in this one as Balor again leads to the midsection there. And Balor this time the forearm there to the face. The chop again. These huge chops hit by Balor. Knife edge. And there's a Pele kick again, getting away. That huge attempt to clothesline off Sheamus. As Finn standing tall. And this one arguably proving himself correct so far. Whether he believes it himself or not, we don't know. But there's a huge clothesline by Sheamus. So it does seem that Balor's in a bit of a hesitant space in his career. Doesn't know what to do next. As Balor now sits at the back. Huge forearm there against Sheamus. There's a speed again. Trying to avoid that huge Finley roll there. And Sheamus now fights out the corner again. And Sheamus in control early in this one. With a trifecta of Irish curse backbreakers. And one thing we can say is that right now there's no Judgment Day at ringside. Maybe Balor's told the rest of the Judgment Day to stay at the clubhouse, or maybe Liv Morgan told them to leave Balor to himself, to let him deal with the situation and start to prove himself to the Judgment Day. Whether Finn Balor likes that or not, it's Balor again after ropes their counters. They attempt to strike there from Sheamus. As these two even goings in this one. And Sheamus now covering both to the back, and now a knee sending Finn to ringside. And Sheamus is fired up here. Balor here down that ringside of Sheamus, giving his friend time to get back into this one. A sign of respect from Sheamus to Finn. As Finn now at the way, the huge clothesline. These two now going again. This Sheamus though, clothesline over the top, and Balor now And while Balor seemingly, we don't see Balor do this often. There's a look in Finn Balor's eye tonight. A look at the old Finn Balor, the former NXT Black and Gold Finn Balor. With a huge toe pick on Hilo over the top right there, wiping out Sheamus. Well, the question is, what's better for Finn Balor tonight, a win or a loss? You might say a win, but a loss tonight to Sheamus could maybe prove that Sheamus is correct as Balor going to the top rope here. Looking for a huge drop kick with Sheamus out of the way. That took a little bit too long there, did the Prince. There's a DDT. So like I was saying, a win for Sheamus tonight. As Sheamus again looking to wear down the back here again with his trifecta of Irish curse. Back brokers here. To Balor. And win for Sheamus can say, look, I was correct. He put up a good fight, but in the end, the Judgment Day may be holding you back. You need to go back, things yourself. It's Balor out the corner, ducks underneath. Elbow for the heart. Hook of the leg. But a kick out at 2 by Sheamus. Again, the quickness of Balor there, getting him the opportunity to put the smash up away, but it wasn't enough. Right there. And Finn now digging the boots again into the midsection. That's Balor now sizing up Sheamus with a huge elbow drop, but no one's home. And Sheamus now off the ropes. He hasn't got this so far in this matchup, but gets it this time. Pop up, slam him down. As Sheamus is now headed for the motions in this one. Up on the shoulders here is Finn looking for white noise. And Finn is still in this one. Well, Sheamus is going to take more than that to put away the Prince. I think Sheamus is kind of just testing Balor. Trying to get Balor to remember what he's achieved in his career. Who he is. And he did that. A large majority by that himself. And he didn't need underhand attacks. He didn't need the Judgment Day. He didn't need anyone helping him. And what these two, like I say, has been physical so far. Some huge chops by Balor. And Sheamus asking Balor to bring more of them. These two going back and forth in this one. And Sheamus up on the shoulders again, looking for the Finn roll. Balor fighting out of it desperately here with some huge shots. And Finn now looking to roll up Sheamus and steal the victory. The rope break is there, but the referee hasn't called it or seen it. Sheamus kicks out and turns it around here. But Finn with a core strength. Impressive there. Into a backslide. But Sheamus kicks out too. And these two even footing in this one. When the referee inadvertently getting in the way of the action. It's better now. Again returning to the huge chops here. It's Finn now. Double foot stomp. Connects with it. Balor. Both men are exhausted in this one. As Balor returns to his footing first though. And Finn headed to the middle rope here. Calling Sheamus to his feet. And Finn this time gets a shotgun drop kick. And Balor now instead looking for a heel hook here. To the big man, looking to take out the leg strength of Sheamus and also the bro kick. If he can do so, that will help Finn win the matchup. But Sheamus with a boot to the face that breaks out of it. Sheamus now. Pop up body slam there. Well, Sheamus again in control. Throwing down Finn with his huge rights. It's both men. And Sheamus are looking for a cloverleaf submission hold here. Sitting down deep on it as well. Yanking back in the legs of Balor here. Can he make Finn submit with a cloverleaf submission hold? Or can Balor find a way out of it? And Balor does so. Rolls through. Shotgun drop kick there by Balor. And Finn now. Like a slinging blade. And Balor's feeling himself here. The crowd coming around the Prince, it seems. Not many boos there, more cheers than anything. You might be starting to see the old Finn Balor come out here tonight. Balor with some huge strikes. Drop Sheamus to the mat. Finn now going through the motions here. Looking to wear down Sheamus, opening up for a coup de grace in this one to get the job done. That's easier said than done as Balor now. With a triangle drop kick sending Sheamus to ringside. And Finn now. Like I said, a crowd seemingly behind him. What is Finn thinking here? Well, Sheamus to his feet. Finn looking for a huge clothesline and gets it. And I think Balor's enjoying this reception from the crowd here tonight. You see the rot starting to form in the body of both men this deep into this matchup. As Finn now looking for a coup de grace, but no one's home. But there's a bro kick. And a big kick out there for Balor. Oh, Sheamus, a slight smile across the face there. I saw that myself. And Sheamus said he's asking Balor to bring it to remind himself of who he is. And Sheamus laying his few shots, waiting for Balor to do so, it seems. And a European uppercut there. And maybe a slight bit of disappointment as well from Sheamus so far that Balor hasn't shown him what he wants to see. But Balor again fighting out of this one here. Kick to the midsection off the ropes. Basement drop kick there. And Finn now. Well, I should say, huge shot there to the face of Sheamus. And Finn now, with a cloverleaf of his own, returns to sender here to Sheamus. Digging deep into his arsenal with this. Being locked in here. Can Sheamus find a way of his own maneuver that he uses. And Sheamus with a leg trunk does so. And Sheamus now. Knee to the midsection. Double axe up to the back. And Sheamus now backs up into the corner. And gets the bicycle knee strike. And Sheamus staggers over into the cover, believes that could be it. But not just yet. It's about to somehow staying in this one. And Balor now asking for more from Sheamus. As these two now throwing huge strikes up on another. In the middle of the ring. This is what you expect from a match with Sheamus. Some hard hitting shots. As Balor staying in this one himself here. And Balor catches Sheamus there, fires back. And Balor off the ropes again. Basement drop kick. And like I said, perhaps we're seeing the old Finn Balor resurface. As Balor now looks underneath. Elbow through the heart. And Balor makes a climb. Senses it could be over. Hits the coup de grace. But Sheamus is still in it. And well, Finn can't believe that wasn't enough. The crowd showing appreciation for this matchup. And Balor here. Oh, Balor was exchanging some words with JD McDonough, who came out to support Balor. But Sheamus back in the ring with a bro kick. And the crowd are asking for one more time. And JD may inadvertently just cost him Balor the matchup. And Sheamus seems to be a bit reluctant to do so. But there's the third. And well, JD came out to possibly help his friend. His mentor, but in the end has cost him Balor this matchup, who had the matchup in his grasp. After the coup de grace had Sheamus down, but then Finn saw JD, went out to stop him from getting involved. And I think tonight we did see the old Finn Balor resurface. It was great to see that, but the question is, Is this what Sheamus wanted to see? A great main event between these two. As you expected, it was brutal, it was hard hitting. But Finn loses, but Sheamus gets a victory over Balor tonight. And Balor has things to question himself now, as what we just saw.